we're filming I'm sitting on my table in my kitchen, but I hope you don't mind because we are talking about food related things today, so I thought it'd be quite fitting. I also just filmed a cider taste test, so I had my fair share of sips of cider, so if I'm a bit incoherent, that's why. I'll link the video below if you want to see me drink a load of cider and act as if I have never had cider before, then you can watch that. The video that we're doing today is about kind of trying to substitute things that you miss when you're from Germany and you live in the UK. It's very specific, but basically there is quite a few German food and drink items that are very, very common in Germany and that I used to eat and drink almost every day that I cannot seem to find in that way or from the same brands or just the way I'm used to them in the UK. So over the last few years I've been trying to find kind of substitutes for those things or just find anything that like remotely is reminiscent of those things. And there's a few today that I want to share with you. I went all the way to my local Tesco Extra to get these things, and guess what? They didn't have all the things. I promise you that the two things that I couldn't get today, usually even small Tesco's will have them. So I have no idea why this huge one did not have them. Maybe they were sold out, I don't know. But all these items are really quite easy to get in the UK, especially in London. Not all of these things are British or made in Britain, but they are available here. So just as a disclaimer before someone writes, oh my god, this thing is actually not from the UK. I know, it's okay, chill out. Right, where should we start? Let's start already getting into my German groove. Let's start with knäckebrot. Now, knäckebrot is actually Swedish, I'm pretty sure. And we in Germany eat the Swedish brand Vasa. And if you ever go in a German supermarket, there is usually loads of different varieties of Vasa. So Germans love their knäckebrot. Knäckebrot is Crispbread. And the UK also has Crispbread, but not from Vasa, but from a brand called Ryvita. They don't exactly have the same the same flavors, the same variety than Vasa has, but it's a really good alternative. It doesn't quite taste like Vasa, and it is made, where is it made? It's kosher vegetarian, but where are you made? Made in Bedfordshire, apparently, I think. So yeah, this is a good alternative. This is 99p. This is the dark rye variety. So if you ever crave Vasa, you can get Ryvita instead. This is my first item. It's a very close match. The second thing is not something every German will miss, but it's also not something I really miss, but I just wanted to include it because I know a few people might miss it. And it's Farmersalat. Farmersalat is a German, it isn't really a salad. I think most people eat it on bread. It's like a bread spread kind of thing. And it's made of like chopped carrots and cabbage, but it's very finely chopped and it's kind of in a sauce. It's kind of creamy and quite sweet. And the closest thing that I can find in the UK that's reminiscent of Farmersalat is coleslaw. If you've never had coleslaw, it is basically made of the same stuff. It's made of like chopped carrots and onion and cabbage. At least that's what I think it's made of. And then it's in a kind of sauce that's made of creme fraiche, egg, vinegar, sugar, salt, mustard, that kind of stuff. I don't typically have coleslaw. Like they sometimes serve it in pubs when you're ordering like a burger. They'll have a side of coleslaw or something. But I thought, let's just try it together because it's literally been forever that I had coleslaw. This is Tesco's finest, guys. It's like gourmet, probably. Ugh, probably not. So let's have a... I mean, it doesn't really smell like Farmersalat because it smells a lot more oniony than Farmersalat would. I mean, consistency-wise, it's also not quite there. I have to say, taste-wise, it is actually this one. Might just be this one, I don't know. It's actually not that far away, so The texture is a bit rougher, but it is the right direction. So if you really crave farmer salad, try coleslaw and just put it on a piece of bread. Now, talking about bread, the number one things Germans usually miss going anywhere but home is bread. I've talked about this before, but the bread selection in the UK is, for me as a German, kind of pitiful. I took a little clip going through my Tesco today, and all the bread you can see here, Germans would just call that toast. I know you don't call it toast, but Germans call any kind of bread that is chopped, like cut in a way that the slices fit a toaster, we call that toast. This is all not real bread to us. This is just not bread. Where's the bread? So as a German, you will most likely miss Schwarzbrot, which is black bread. There is actually a German brand that you can buy in the UK called, I think it's called Bayona or something. I couldn't get it today. Usually every Tesco has it, so I'm going to insert a picture here. And it's rye bread, and you can buy that pretty much anywhere in the UK, and I have to say it's quite dry, so it's not, you know, not the same lovely bread you're going to get from your bakery in Germany, but it, you know, it holds you over and it's better than nothing. So that's definitely the third item that you can substitute, and it is actually German, so what more could you want? Next up is something that I think I found the perfect substitute for, but I forgot what it was called. So in Germany we have this drink called Vitamalz, or just any kind of generic brand of Malzbier, and it's just malt beer and it's alcohol free, and it's just this malty drink, and kids love it, but I also know a lot of adults drink it. And it's just something I haven't really seen in the UK. The UK does root beer like Americans, but I can't drink root beer, it's just so sweet. So in the international section in Tesco, there's usually a load of malt drinks. So today we're going to try Mighty Malt, which is the classic energy malt drink. And it's made of water, barley malt, sugar, carbon dioxide, something, vitamins, hops, blah. And let's see how this one goes. I had one of these, it wasn't this one, that literally tasted almost exactly like Vitamalz. And then the other day I tried another one called Super Malt. That was just far too sweet. So I'm really scared that this one is going to be really sweet as well, because the thing with German Malzbier is it's not that sweet. I mean, it is sweet, but it's not that sweet. So I don't want to kill myself. Let's see how this one is. I think this one might also be too sweet. I mean, the smell is the right direction. Too sweet. So the flavour is getting there. Like it's the malty flavour, but it's just about 4 notches too sweet. So if they could take like 80% out of the sugar out of this, then you would have Vitamalz. But I encourage you to try and find other malt drinks and just try them all until you find something that tastes a lot like Vitamalz. Because there is one, because I found one before, didn't I? Then something that, again, not everyone will miss, but I quite missed, is spicy tomato juice. In Germany we have this brand called Sangrita, and I think they make a mild and a hot flavour of tomato juice. And they are delicious. Like, if you like hot things and if you like tomato juice, then God, they're so good, and making a Bloody Mary with them is like amazing. And I used to just drink them like that because I'm crazy and I love them. So I couldn't find pre-spiced tomato juice in the UK. Of course I can just buy tomato juice and spice it myself, but I'm lazy. So about 6 months ago I found this tomato juice that is pre-spiced in Tesco, and again this Tesco today did not have it. Not impressed, but I promise you can get it at most Tesco's because I've seen it loads. It's called I don't know, I'll put a picture in. That's what it's called, that's what it looks like, and the flavour isn't quite the same, I have to say, but it is pretty tasty. So I think you could easily get used to this one, and then you wouldn't crave the other one so much anymore. So that's an alternative, also really good if you want to make Bloody Marys as well. And the last thing is also something spicy, because I love spicy things. And in Germany I used to love to eat Pfefferohn. They are these kind of peppers, hot peppers that are like, come in this plastic packaging. I'll insert a picture again. That's what they look like, and they're these green peppers, and they're really cheap. They're like 99p for this pack, and you just kind of snack them as a side, or just snack on them whenever. And I couldn't really find peppers like that in the UK with a similar flavour until I discovered these things. They are Spanish hot peppers guindillas or something. And I have to say, these are quite a bit hotter than the ones that I'm used to in Germany, but they are delicious. They're £1.99. You can get them in any Tesco, as far as I know. I've seen them in literally every Tesco. And yeah, this is my new drug. I always have to have these in my house because I just love them so much. And they, for me, are the perfect alternative, and I'm really glad I found them. And yeah, these are all the things that I found as substitutes. If you know of any more substitutes, please do let me know, comment it below. If you know better substitutes than what I just said, also let me know. And if you want me to try and make another video like this one, also let me know. Basically, just let me know everything. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Do subscribe if you haven't and you'd like to be. I make videos like this twice or 3 times a week sometimes when I'm feeling very inspired. And I definitely need to go to bed now because that cider made me tired. Bye, guys.